Hi guys, and before you watch the next video, I just wanted to mention a new thing that we've got on AJ, the Player channel, the YouTube channel. So in answer to a lot of your comments, we need to invest in some new equipment and we need to get to some new places to bring you some even better content. And I thought, what better way of doing that than opening up a Patreon account or Patreon account from where you are in the world. If you would like to donate and help us to get bigger and better and bring you better quality videos, then just go to the home page on AJ the Player, the YouTube page. If you're on a PC, it's very simple. I've already put the link up and you can either donate a single amount. I'm not worried even if it's a single pound, it doesn't matter, it's all gonna help. Or you can donate a regular amount as well. If you're on a phone or a tablet, it's slightly different. You have to just scroll across until you come to the About section. And that there will have the two links. It's got a PayPal link and the Patreon link. Guys, thanks for your support. We're doing our best to bring you the best quality videos possible. Enjoy the next video. Okay, so here we are at Salon Prive and I'm with a gentleman called Gary Slater. And hi Gary, thanks for taking the time
Very welcome. Nice to show you around the aircraft.
Show us your big chopper,
Our
your
505 helicopter. Absolutely.
A Bell 505.
Yeah.
So give me some stats on this.
So this is our new version of an aircraft we produced for 50 years called the 206 Jet Ranger.
Right.
Everybody would know it and love it.
Yeah.
So this is our new version, more power, more speed, more people, more payload, more fuel, better at everything that the 206 did.
Right.
So you can take yourself, if you're a pilot,
Yep.
4 of your mates, to 130 knots, so close on 160 miles an hour.
Wow.
Stay in the air for 2 hours 45, so up to Scotland.
So you
Or your
all the way
luggage
to
in the back.
Scotland?
Yeah, easy. I mean, you always take fuel where you can,
Yeah.
but this will get up to Scotland on one fuel.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So you can land at your golf clubs, favourite
Yeah.
restaurant, your mate's garden.
Can you get your clubs in here though?
Yep, so we have a big boot to the side.
A big boot, I love it.
Get your golf clubs in there.
Oh wow.
So all the way through to the other side.
Yeah, so you can slide at least 2 sets.
Yep,
Probably
you
get
can
4
also
sets in
store under the back seats.
there. Yeah, I see that in there, yeah.
So bags of storage. So
And this is for 4 passengers?
yeah,
and,
one pilot, 4 passengers.
Yeah. I've got to ask because, I mean, I've been in helicopters and I've been a passenger and I've had a little go.
Yep.
What, is this one easier to fly than other helicopters?
So this is
or-
like your modern car.
Right.
So everything's digital in this. It's not an analog aircraft, it's digital.
Okay.
So it's glass screens, there's no old steam-driven gauges. This is your modern
Steam-driven
helicopter.
gauges, I love it.
This has a computer that manages the fuel flow, the RPM.
Yeah.
So it's a world away from the older stuff where you controlled everything by throttle.
Yes, yeah.
This does everything for you. So if you want the most modern, easiest with the glass screens, this is the guy you want to show up with.
Wow. So, and this would be like probably, if you were looking at cars, where would this sit in the car range? Would it be sort of upper Audi
Oh,
level?
it's
BMW?
above that. It's
All right,
Yeah,
okay.
it's high end.
So we're
Definitely
talking
high end.
Bentley.
Absolutely.
Okay. Price-wise, what would one of
So
these
for a
cost?
nice one with some leather and a few toys on, you're talking about 1.2, 1.3 sterling.
Really?
Which you think about some high-end cars, you're still stuck in
Yeah.
traffic in a car.
Well,
no matter how dear it is.
Yeah,
it
I was
still
thinking
sits in
300,
traffic.
400 grand for a Cullinan, for example, a Rolls Royce
Yeah,
Cullinan.
yeah.
2 of them, you've got one of these.
And this flies.
This flies over the traffic.
And wherever you go, whatever restaurant or golf club, you pull up in your Bentley or your Lamborghini, you turn up in this,
Yeah.
you own the show.
No brainer.
That's where you're going to be.
Well, I want to take a look inside.
Sure.
So
We can do that.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut there and then
Okay.
let you guys just take a quick edit break. And Gary and I are going to jump in there and Gary's going to tell me a bit more about what goes on in there. Right, so here we are, Gary,
Yep.
sat inside this
You're
Bell
in the hot
helicopter.
seat. You're in the pilot seat.
Ah, this is the pilot seat.
You are in the pilot seat. But actually, this aircraft, unlike many others, you can fly this from left or the right. Captain can sit either side, but
I was
generally
going
you
to say, in
sit
a
right side.
fixed wing, normally left-hand side is skipper,
Yeah,
isn't
they
it?
always do things differently. There's no explanation for that.
It's very comfortable.
Seats are great, so nasty subject, but all the seats are crash-worthy seats. So should the worst
Yeah.
happen, like a modern car, all your safety features are built in. These are the glass screens we were talking about. So instead of lots of gauges that you see on lots of old aeroplanes and helicopters, we've got rid of
Yeah.
all that. It's just now on 2 screens.
It's like 2 big iPads.
If you can turn a set of headlights on in a car, you can start this helicopter.
Seriously?
Seriously. I could, if we weren't here, I could
Yeah.
give you a 5-minute brief and talk you through and you could start this helicopter. That's how easy it is.
It's like...
You don't look as cool anymore because there's not lots of buttons and everything. But
yeah, it's like,
So it's just this switch down here,
that's it.
that's the start-up switch.
Wow. So it's almost just like having a set of keys, getting in and going.
That's exactly it. And then the FADEC, which is the computer part of the engine,
Yeah.
that takes care of all the fuel flow. So you just sit back and watch us start up.
So I could almost program this to take off and fly me somewhere.
Well, we've got one coming over in a couple of months, which is the next generation of them. It looks the same aircraft, but
Yeah.
it's got an autopilot, and we can go from our kitchen with our iPad, Bluetooth our flight to the screen.
Yeah.
We'll talk to the autopilot, and then we can go off and fly the
That
route.
is
And a
absolutely
small helicopter.
amazing.
I mean, that's a great feature. Big helicopters don't have that feature, you know.
No, it's absolutely stunning, and it's just everything just
And you're
looks.
all in the same place. All your friends or your family, you're all sitting in the same place. There isn't a partition or a bulkhead. You know, you're all in the same area, chatting to each other.
Yeah.
Visibility's great.
Is it very noisy? Because I know when I've been in helicopters, you have to wear the
You
headphones.
have to wear headphones. I mean, you've
Yeah.
got to go to a really big helicopter to not wear headphones.
Yeah.
But we always put Bose in, which have got noise cancelling, and
Sure,
you can put your
yeah.
music through, and it's all very civilised, you know.
On the crash statistics types, I mean,
Yep.
how safe are helicopters?
The most dangerous bit about flying a helicopter is driving to the hangar to pick it up.
Okay.
Once you're in the air, if you maintained your car
Yeah.
and you maintained your driving skills the way that pilots do and helicopters are maintained, you'd never crash and you'd never break down.
Yeah, that's true.
You train for emergencies every year. You have a test every year to make sure you're still up to scratch, you know what you're doing. And helicopters are way over maintained. So every moving part has a life limit of either hours or years.
Right.
And that when it's due to come off, even though it looks brand new, you take it off and it's finished. You put a new one on.
Put a new one on. Yeah. Well, it's pretty much like you say, if you service your car regularly,
It'd never break down, would it?
yeah, change your oil,
Yeah.
new brake pads, you're always going to be able to stop.
Exactly it.
Occasionally, you might have a little skid.
But no, I've had a helicopter license since I was 18, and
Right. I gathered
count
you
on.
sort of flew these things.
yeah. Now I've got many hours in lots of types, but this is one of my favourite.
What makes a Bell different from, say, one of the other types of helicopters available?
Well, I've been a career pilot, so I've flown all the other manufacturers' types, and without running any of those down.
Sure.
What I've always loved about the Bell product, whatever you do, she'll talk to you all the time,
Right.
and it will always start, and it'll always get the job done, and it'll always get you home.
Right.
And that's from the oldest ones they've made to the most modern. There's something about a Bell product, it's just got pedigree, it really has.
I think that just simply sums this whole product up, doesn't it, in a way?
It does indeed.
It's been absolutely lovely
Welcome.
chatting
Been good to talk to you.
about, yeah, really great. And
Shame we can't take you flying.
I was going to say, it's a shame, guys, I'm really sorry we can't take you up in this today, but I'm sure at a later date we might get the opportunity.
There
You
we
never
go.
know.
We can do that.
Gary Slater, thank you very much indeed.
More than
Appreciated a bit of COVID.
There we
There you go, keeping it friendly. And guys, don't forget, if you like what you're watching, AJ the Player on YouTube. Check it out. I'll catch you later.